Since making this video, it's gotten significantly worse for Unity. So before we begin, I just want to say that stock prices have fallen, resignations have been handed in by staff of Unity, companies have gotten together and revolted, and Unity has gone quiet. It is pretty bad to say the least. There have been many memes made with the Unity logo, and I feel like the brand of Unity has taken a hit, and I don't know how it's going to recover from this. I just want to highlight that because I was a bit late to responding with the Unity fees. I have a full-time job and I do this as a hobby. So I have been keeping track of what's been going on with the Unity fees, but I haven't had a chance to do my own response on this weekend. And now that I have done a response, I've seen that there's been further outrage and, so many things have happened since. So I just wanted to make that note. But with that in mind, enjoy the video. I normally don't make videos like this, but for someone who learned game development through Unity, probably like a lot of you watching, and for someone who doesn't have a programming background, and given how many years I've invested in the platform, I just had to make this response video. So in case you weren't aware, Unity announced on September 12th that they would be introducing install fees applicable to anyone who built and launched games using the Unity engine. The official announcement on their blog post says, effective January 1st, 2024, we will introduce a new Unity runtime fee that's based on game installs. So they make the point that there are two major components that make up the Unity engine, and the quote says, you didn't read that wrong. The Unity runtime is code that executes on player devices and makes made-with-Unity games work at scale with billions of monthly downloads. They're trying to basically justify the introduction of this install fee because they want Unity to do what it's been already doing this whole time. Alright, okay, let's just continue. We are introducing a Unity runtime fee that is based upon each time a qualifying game is downloaded by an end user. We chose this because each time a game is downloaded, the Unity runtime is also installed. Also, we believe that an initial install-based fee allows creators to keep the ongoing financial gains from player engagement, unlike a revenue share. Hold on a second. I actually hate that when corporations do this. This charge is going to benefit you. Us taking money from your pocket is better for you because we could have taken more from your pocket. So stop complaining, okay? You got it? Shut up. All right, now there is a criteria for these install fees to be applicable to your game or your dev studio. So the official post goes on to say that games qualify for the Unity runtime fee after two criteria have been met. One, the game has passed a minimum revenue threshold in the last 12 months, and two, the game has passed a minimum lifetime install count. We set a high revenue and game install threshold to avoid impacting those who have yet to find scale, meaning they don't need to pay the fee until they have reached significant success. My first response to this is, Unity, you say you want to support us to achieve significant success before charging us install fees, but with this fee you're doing effectively the polar opposite. It's like cutting the top off of a plant that's just about to grow. It's like spring hits, the flower is just about to start to open up, and a lawnmower plows right over it. I don't know why I'm using plant analogies, but it's the best I got. Also, I don't think 200k is a significant threshold, because if you have plans to build out a team and pay everyone and launch and grow an indie dev team, you're now effectively inhibited by these fees. And what really bothers me, it's not like it's a flat fee, it's an ongoing fee. Now, with regards to the fee itself, firstly, it looks like they are more heavily targeting their loyal indie devs with a higher flat fee. So once you've hit the thresholds, you then go on to pay 20 cents for every single install. And if we go over to their frequently asked questions, they've actually left some responses here, but it looks like there's no solid proven platform in place for Unity to track things like fraudulent or pirated installs. I'm sorry, but we'll work with you where you think you've been a victim of fraudulent installs is just not good enough. This looks so bad from the guys. It brings across that they did zero due diligence to make sure that this is both reasonable, but also 100% accurately calculated, which it isn't, nor do I think a monetization model like this can be, just by the nature of what they're doing. And if we approach it from a GDPR compliance perspective, respecting people's data and privacy, this is enforced in the EU for those of you outside the EU, but it also counts for data that both enters and exits the EU. So I'm not sure how they can actually get away with this without raising a few questions and eyebrows. And then on top of that, there's also a lot of ambiguity when it comes to whether we will be charged for demo installs. So the question is, will installs of a demo or a game in an open access beta count towards the Unity runtime fee? Well, they say, if a user can access a full game, e.g. via an in-game upgrade or purchase, then installs count towards the fee. If a user can't access the full game, or cannot access the full game, e.g. only one level is offered, first of all, they think they should clarify what they mean by that, but e.g. one level is offered, then that demo would be considered a separate package and not count towards the fee. Early access games are not considered demos. In addition, we don't intend to capture or count installs for QA testing. Well, okay, that's something, I guess. Can't really give these things, any positivity. It's just not helping us, really, is it? In an already competitive market for indie game developers, it's really just a bit demoralizing. Ultimately, I just want to finally say, what does this mean for people like you and me, who just do this part-time, for example, looking to perhaps build a successful indie game to propel their game dev career? I began using Unity in 2019, so there are a lot more of you who've been using Unity a lot longer, but even I can see how the engine year on year has become more clunky, slow, unsupported. Since the IPO and the change of ownership within Unity, it's clear to see that profit has taken a more leading role over support and the people. And, giving back to the community that helped grow this engine. Look, I understand that every business needs money to run, I get it, but there are different ways to approach it. Like, even if this was, say, a one-off small flat fee for each indie developer, because let's face it, even anybody building a game from scratch are going to be counting every single penny. But let's say worst case scenario, you give us a small flat fee, they would still make a ton of money on the amount of people that would be paying that fee. But having that install fee hanging over your heads is just plain wrong. I'm now questioning, not only do I release my future games on Unity, but the ones I've already invested in, the ones I'm currently working on, because this is such a huge blow that I'm thinking of writing off all the knowledge, all of the effort and the time and money I've put into Unity, unless they decide to reverse this decision. By the way, I'm delighted by the response and the reaction of the community so far, of all the Unity users. And actually, Lost Relic Games did a great video and made some really, really great points, so definitely check his video out after this one. But in general, the whole community has done great work, and this has been getting a lot of coverage. And by the way, I saw this as a comment from someone else, but this is literally Godot's marketing campaign. They now have an opportunity to take a huge market share. All right, they still have areas where they need to ramp up and improve upon, but give them a couple of years and they'll get there. The game, by the way, you're seeing in the background is something I've started working on last month. I was actually really excited to share this with you, and I was planning on a future video, and I will be doing a separate video announcing this project. But this announcement has kind of given me a bit of a kick to the stomach. And I had been planning to release this on Unity and have already invested into this financially, so I'm thinking I probably still will. But will this be the last project I release? I'm definitely not placing all my eggs in one basket. Godot, Unreal, definitely going to be broadening my horizons. Let's just say that. I do want to end this video by saying I really hope Unity reverse their decision. And like I said, the only way this will happen is if we continue to voice our disappointment and disapproval. I want to know what you guys think, what you all think. I mean, this is sort of like entrapment. You've invested all this effort and years into Unity. So if you walk away now, you're losing all that time and knowledge. And Unity definitely would have taken this into account. So let me know in the comments what you think. I'm really eager to get your thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. As always, drink some coffee, code, maybe not alongside Unity as your choice of game engine. And I'll catch you all in the next video.